Hi, so this is me, Z, which you know already. You absolutely know me, and I know that you know me. Oh god. Well, I wanted to talk a little bit for 5 minutes, I guess, about what I'm feeling because I feel like I really need to be nice to myself here. It's such a sensitive era of life for me, and I just started studying and I wanted to review the old lecture. Okay, here. Okay, so I wanted to review this page and this one. Okay, and I think the one before. But there's nothing before. Yeah, I just really wanted to review that. Just that. Okay? But I felt a little bit lazy. Like, no, I don't want to. I want to start immediately with the new one because it will take time to review this, like a lot of time. And I need that time to study what I have to do because I have literally still here like five other tasks besides chemistry or like including chemistry. And then I was like, wait, am I unserious person? And then my thoughts started getting louder and louder. Hey, you are a failure. My thoughts say to me that I'm a failure because I just did not want to review this, okay? And I know that reviewing it will be really such a great thing for me, and I will memorize it because I don't think I remember anything from it, which is completely normal. And I think reviewing would be great if I have time, but I really don't, okay? I know that I will take such a long time trying to memorize this and then I'll end up taking half hour trying to review this. And then I was like, let's just leave it to the exam day. I will review it in my exam day and that will make it better. And basically I do two reviews in each exam. I study for the exam a little bit earlier if it's hard, like this material. I study for it a little bit earlier and then I get like a chance to review the thing twice, okay? And I told myself I'll study it by that time, and I know I will. I know I'm not lying. I trust myself on that one. But still, I told myself that my thoughts told me that I am a failure or unserious person. And for God's sake, why do I have to be serious again? I mean, life is short. And honestly, I'm not a person who wants to be like a fucking doctor like everybody else, or I listen, I'm just like okay with getting literally anywhere in life. I trust life on that one and I don't mind poor salary because I know I will build my own business, alright? If it's money that makes me worried, then fuck it. Seriously. I mean, why would a person like be so fucking mad at themselves for not reviewing a past lesson? I mean, and then I was just like remembering that the old times I used it to not review, and that was completely okay. I was still a smart student who gets high marks. It's not in the reviewing, it's in the mindset because back then I was not that serious. You know, I would just like study the thing without reviewing it. I would just study the new thing really well and review it in the school and like just to start with the other one. So it's like chill out, please. I think I'm affected by the people around me, and being a senior honestly created me such a huge stress, and it's really like bad for my health. And I know I won't be able to heal from this really easily. It's gonna be hard to heal from this stress that I got from this era of life because when you stop to take a breath or breathe or what, I don't know how to pronounce things. Okay, so when you stop a little bit to like look back and maybe decide what you want to be, breathe a little, maybe take a break even. Then these people, suddenly you see somebody running past you. I mean, I should not care for that, and I should like prioritize my own needs and not give a fuck about them. I know I should, but it's just really I'm complaining my thing to you that people are so stressed everywhere. It makes you stressed too. Okay, like you see your peers all are being like such worried or something, and then there is you relaxed and calm, so you feel, wait, am I not serious enough? Like seriously, that's how these questions and voices come to me. I don't realize this until I see other teenagers. For example, there is this teacher which is like a little bit late. I mean, he should have finished the material in a little bit shorter amount of time, but he hasn't yet. Okay, he still has, I think, 3 chapters or 4 chapters left that he should explain and like teach us and take exams out of them. So I was like, okay, I don't mind. Take as much time as you need, teacher. And tell these people until I saw the other students of his, which are like me, I saw them commenting to him like, why don't you hurry in the material? We are so fucking late. And they just be freaking out like, I don't know. I can't give you an example. Mouses? Are mouses good? What is the most stressed animal being? I don't know. But they just be literally like freaked out animals from some experiments or something. They are just so freaked out. And I truly, truly, truly hate seeing people around me like this. Because listen, I'm a person who gets really affected by those around me energy. So if I see everybody are being stressed, I feel stressed. And I don't get stressed in the same way they get in. No, I started blaming myself. Like, what the fuck? Why don't you feel that too? It's like you are so wrong. Like your whole existence is wrong. But listen, I think it's just really okay. I think it's really just really okay that my family spent this year so much money on me. This should not make me feel pressured. I'm their daughter and they should spend money on you no matter what. Okay, that's like the first time in my life ever they spent this much. And I would say it's gonna be worth it. Why? It's gonna be worth it because I'm gonna do something beautiful, or maybe not. I don't care. Okay, and I'm doing well. I just don't think this for a specific reason, which is I want to like do perfect such a job and everything. And I think that even those who are stressed, I think that because they are stressed, so my mind casually thinks that they are perfect. But I know that they are not perfect and they have some tasks, like they have some delayed tasks just like me. We all do that. Seriously, there's no perfect person. There's nothing like this. So, like, there's nothing like this, but my mind thinks this about everyone else. Literally. And it just makes me angry. Like, why the fuck are you guys stressed? But then I realized now when I felt this while now doing chemistry, I was like, wait, why do I have to be serious? Why do I have to be like everyone else? Why do I have to be stressed and freak it out just because there's so little time left? I don't have to be like everyone else. If I am calm, then let me be calm. That is actually such a good sign, you know? You don't need to be stressed like everyone else to be good. And you don't need to review each lesson to be perfect. I know it will help you, but if you don't want to, and you know that you will review it in another time soon, then just don't. Don't tell yourself things because you just don't want to do something. I don't have to be perfect, and I don't have to be a doctor or like a pharmacist. A pharmacist? What? Anyways, I don't have to like study pharmacy or engineering or medicines. For God's sake, this is so fucking boring. I don't want that. I don't mind being a teacher, anything that people might think it's so low for such a perfect student. Listen, people will really talk about you forever, whether you are a doctor or anything. They will say, meh, she's a doctor and she got no money, haha. Or like, what the fuck, she's a doctor and she wears that. Or what the fuck, she's a doctor but she's not pretty. People will talk about you whether you are you got the best job in the world. I suddenly started speaking English. Okay, best. Okay, so anyways, like what I'm realizing when I searched, when I looked online, why do I have to be so passionate about studying? Why do I have to be such a perfect student that has like a 14 hours schedule of studying? Why do I have to study 12 hours a day to be a good student? Yeah. So when you're like a person like me, you really like don't give a fuck what you're going to get. I don't give a fuck about what I am going to get because I don't care, because I don't want medicine and I don't want anything that is connected to high marks because its payment is high, of course, obviously. I really like love the idea that the payment is high for these people, but guys, seriously, I don't like these jobs. I don't like them. I don't even like them. I don't care if everyone else are passionate about it, but I might aim for a high mark and I might study for a high mark to get something that is connected to computers, because I really love this field. I love it. It's like the only thing that I basically love, and I really hate everything else that is connected to medicine or anything that is connected to hospitals, pharmacies, whatever. I really hate these places. Really really hate them. Yeah. And it might be looking like I'm right now, my mind think that I'm convincing my own mind that I don't want medicine, but in fact I want it like everyone else. But guys, I really don't want it. It's just fuck. So just because everybody else wants something does not mean necessarily you want it too. Just you need to be clear with yourself about this thing. Alright? We need to all be clear with ourselves about what we want and what we need and where we want to go and where we want to be in life. Because seriously, this is going to be a problem if we don't recognize our feelings and where we want to be. Because until when? Right? We need to get somewhere. We need to realize that we got our own needs and our own personalities. And for such a long time, I've been ignoring that. And it's just like a pattern that everybody should work hard in that grade. Well, why? Why? Not everybody wants to be doctors, right? So, yeah, do your thing. Do your work. Do what you have to do, but don't blame yourself for not being such a perfect thing at it. Just like I did right now. This is wrong, okay? This is wrong, and this is gonna make you feel shitty and make you feel waste another 15 minutes trying to convince yourself that you don't need to be perfect, just like I'm doing right now. I don't need to be perfect, and you don't need to be perfect, and nobody needs to be perfect. Just work as you should. Work as much as you want. Okay? But work. Listen, I don't say this as an excuse to not work and to avoid studying. I say this as a way to forgive myself for not being perfect. Okay? Because it's further than impossible. It's so far away. It's so far away being such a perfect thing and having all the tasks and all the materials fully accomplished and fully completed, because this is impossible. And you know what, even if you have already studied that, now what will happen if I review this? Of course, it will stick a little bit in my head, and it will be a little bit, maybe from 100%. I will remember it with maybe 5 to 10% in the exam. But nothing more, because I got no time to review this thing. And basically, just calm down and chill, because you're a good student and you are already doing a good work. What I'm talking about here is that work is important because it educates us and it makes us better people, like it makes our personality like better. It makes us patient, and it make us, I don't know, whatever. So like we get more patient when we work, when we do what we have to do. We be more patient people. We kind of look at things differently, and we of course earn some knowledge, and it's like a very rare knowledge that you would not normally lean to learn later in life. Later in life, you would not study chemistry or physics or math. You will focus on what you actually need. That's if you would, basically. So you would more likely to like learn later in life language, or I don't know, about space maybe, or stars, or Earth, I don't know, but you would not study chemistry again. Unless you choose a measure of chemistry, of course. But the thing is, and what I want to say is that work is so important, but we should never let that the idea of that everybody else are working hard makes us think less of ourselves and kinda look at ourselves in a really, really poor way. We should never, never look at ourselves poorly, and we should respect ourselves and what we already give from our time and personality and needs for this work. Okay? We should really appreciate that we are already giving so much for this. Okay? But if we are giving too little, we should level up the thing. But if we are already giving a lot of our time, just let's pause a little bit, okay? Let's just look at your day or my day and see, where do we spend the most of it? Literally work. If it's not work, then it's something related to it, something that will help me do it, like eating. For example, eating has become something that helps me study and focus. I don't think of eating as a human need anymore. So, can you even think of that? I already give so much to studying. I give it so much space in my head to think about studying, and that enough makes you a hard worker. So, seriously, don't blame yourself for not being such a perfect worker and such a perfect student, because these people are rare and they will collapse sooner or later. Nobody can work such a perfect work for a long time. I used to be that perfect student, honestly. 3 years ago, I was the most perfect student at school. I was such a hard worker. I would like know anything that you ask me about. But I lost that because I was so focused on that perfect work and literally forgot who I am. And like studying was the thing that you identify me from. It was my identity all about studying. So I just really want to say don't make work your identity. You have so many other things in life, and please, your life is not going to stop on one job or a one dream. You gotta be open minded and you gotta just ask yourself, am I doing enough for a person that does not want much? If it's a yes, then that's good. But if you want more, you should work more. But if you want less, you should work good, not less. You should work just enough so you can get that. Let's just be realistic about our needs so we don't collapse, because life is already tiring by all the events that surround us, and we know we don't need to make it more complicated for ourselves. And I think that's it. That was the healing session that I really needed to talk to myself. Yeah. And at the end, I am thinking about my goal. Well, I think my goal mostly will be something related to IT, information technology, something like that. And I know it requires work. It requires the work that I'm doing exactly right now. Okay? Doesn't require much more than this. So you should be thinking about things in this way. I think this is like the best way to think about your goals. You don't need to follow everyone else. Okay? You don't need to, because you are not an animal. You are a human. You got yourself, you got your needs, you got your life. You know yourself better than anyone else, and you don't need to do like everyone else are doing. But you have to do what you have to do. I mean, if you have work today, you wake up, you wash your face, get a breakfast, and then go study, go do your thing. Do it in the best way possible you can, but no pressure to make it perfect or like review everything and cover everything. Just normalize that there will be always something that you cannot completely cover. Okay, that was the healing session, and I think I'm gonna post this too, because maybe it's gonna be helpful for somebody. Yeah. All right, that's it.